Okie doke, I just wanted to go over quickly what I did with the 3rd Army and what I'm about to do with the 2nd Army before moving off to the 1st and the 4th for the Austrians. So for the 3rd Army, I decided, well, since it obviously looks like the Russians are not going to be going this way, I hope anyways, so I moved the 97th Landwehr Brigade over to here to just try to I don't know, slow down the Cossacks if they do try to zip through across here. At least, you know, getting in and out of zones of control is going to be irritating for them. I also did want to move the 16th Infantry Division over to here to kind of try to bolster, you know, these guys up here, because they're just getting hammered as, you know, back and forth here along the bridge. But I'm not a big fan of having a 2-hex space like gap between the 2nd Army and the 3rd. There's already a 1-hex gap, for crying out loud. So yeah, no, I'll leave them here, and and they still got the forest, the woods here. So if they, attack from here, or there, kind of thing, and there. So it's almost, you know what I mean. I've got good defensible terrain, kind of, in the sense. I mean, they've only got a 3 strength, but it's not, it's just the way it goes. Yeah, so I'll leave them there. I think the hex is more important, is what I'm saying, than try to bolster the line. And then I also moved another Landwehr Brigade that was over to here, and I put it into Battle Group 3, and then I moved the 3rd Army HQ out of the city center, just over here, just to give it one more hex. The way I'm looking at it is, yeah, okay, we're doing pretty darn good. I'm amazed, actually, that the 3rd Army is doing as good as they are. Oh, and I was reading up on, all these things and whatnot, and it seems like in real life, the 3rd Army guy, Bruderman, I think his name was, I guess he wasn't considered the sharpest tool in the shed, and even Conrad didn't want to give him a posting. But I guess when the war broke out, they needed every person they could get, and he ended up getting a command. But I guess they tried to give him a easy posting, I guess, if you want to put it that way, like a defensible thing. I guess that's what he had to do. But in my world, in my universe, he's doing pretty darn good, considering he's run out of supply now, and still holding his own against the Russian 3rd. And I mean, they're nowhere near Lemberg, so not bad. But with the 2nd Army, I didn't clue in. I thought all this time, when I had the blocks on, and then when I took them off, for some reason, I thought the 2nd Army HQ was in Stanislaus. So I was like, okay, well, they can't transfer supply points over or do anything, you know what I mean, that in that regard. But they were here. So that completely changes things. So they had 10 supply, well, they do have 10 supply points. And what I'm going to end up doing is, because Conrad is so freaking hell-bent on his bloody September offensive, at least that's why I'm looking at it, they're going to transfer 5 supply points another turn, some more supply points, bled away. Poor guy. I mean, he's been doing fine, just getting nailed by the 8th Army, and it's like, what the heck do you want? You keep taking my supply points away. So I'm going to take half their supply points and give it to the 1st Army, and so they can maybe try and take this hex. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so all I'm doing with these guys, I'm going to move the 40th Landwehr. We're abandoning Stanislaus. I'm moving as many people as I can to getting the hell over across the river, because as you know, it's a major river, so that's already +3 to your movement, and you've got zones of control. So get them out while I can, and we'll try to form a defensible line here, and then slowly, withdraw back here, and hopefully converge with the 3rd Army back towards here. And I think, it's, in other words, if the Russians are going to take us, it's going to cost them. That's the way I'm looking at it. And we'll just keep using the Dniester, because it's a major river all the way up to here. So, I guess it must flow as far as I know, everything kind of flows towards the Baltic, right? Which would make sense. I mean, here's the mountains, for crying out loud. Okay, so that's that. And, yeah. Obviously, there's not going to be any attacks by the 3rd or 2nd Army, I can tell you that much.